I'm going to start with some gloves. And these are the Impacts. These are the kind of like their entry-level glove. It's called the G6, and it's pretty comfortable. And it's there's two kinds of driving gloves: internal seam and external seam. And this is an internal seam, which means it's seamed on the inside. But if you look, it's got these nice little suede type patches to grip the steering wheel, and that's important. And it's pretty comfortable. It's kind of like you put it on, and my hands are just naturally curved just by putting it on. That's kind of an entry-level glove, and I think I got to look this up. These are like $85. And then when you get more into the upper-level gloves, this is called the Alpha, and you can see this is externally sewn, so the stitches are on the outside. But once again, you've got this real sticky stuff for the palm to grip the steering wheel. And something interesting about these is when I put them on, my hand just naturally gets curved. I don't know if it's made like that or just the way it feels, but you know, I'm already ready to grip the steering wheel. So there's a couple of different types of gloves, internally stitched and externally stitched. And the interesting thing is, my no fears are internally stitched, but I don't feel stitches. So a good internally stitched glove, and you're not going to feel any stitches. And then he sent some shoes. So let's start with the Apex. Now this is a really interesting driving shoe, because this is what Ben said is they call their entry level. And for that, well, first of all, you can see that the sole is a little bit thicker than on mine, but look at that tread pattern. You know, that's pretty aggressive. And these are just, I can see them. But interesting thing about this, the reason it's got a thicker sole is for the entry-level guy, because you can also not only drive with them, but wear them around the pits, so you don't have to change shoes every time. It's got a thick enough sole that you can walk around the pits. Now, on mine, I've got to change shoes because I can feel every single rock and stone when I walk across the pits, and it's not that comfortable. So I have to change shoes every time. So this is kind of like a cool entry level that you can. It's a good driving shoe. Plus, it's got enough sole that you can kind of walk around the pits and not hurt your feet. And then move up a little bit on the scale. And this is called the Phenom. This is where you're getting into real, professional grade driving shoes. And once again, if you can see it, look at that sole. See how thin that is? That's so you get the feel. It also has leather on the side for scuffing, and it's got the toe for scuffing. And it's got kind of interesting, this is not slippery at all. I mean, it's kind of like a little perforated. It's some sort of rubber or vinyl or something, but if you try to run my hand down, it's pretty grippy. So that's the Phenom, and that kind of goes up when you started getting into your professional grade shoes. So there's a couple of options, the Apex and then the Phenom. And I think looking at my notes, I always have to have notes. The Axis is like a $100 shoe, so that's pretty reasonable for driving shoes. In fact, real reasonable for driving shoes. Plus, you can wear it in the pits. And then the Phenom, getting into professional level, that's like $259. In between is the Alpha, which is kind of a bridge between the entry and getting into professional grade, and that's like $180. And then the gloves, the G6 is $85. The Axis is, I don't have an Axis, but the Axis is $129. The Alpha is like $169.